time to start. Hi, my name is Tate, as almost all of you know, and today I will be talking to you about my Butler Tech life and how it started and how it's ending here shortly. My first year at Butler Tech was my sophomore year. It started off like starting a new school, which not many people do often, maybe once, twice in your lifetime. It was a good fresh beginning where I got to meet a lot of new people, like Eli, which was my best friend my whole sophomore year. And I haven't seen him this year at all because he's in digital media and I've been working. Me and him hung out all the time, every class. This is on the last day of school on the playground over there. I fell right after this picture. In this picture, we were studying in the media center for a test and business, which was a little rough. This is also on the last day of school, kind of just a group picture. It was fun year. Also on the last day, brought a boombox. He decorated over the whole year. And this is my biggest flex, my backpack. Oh, anything but a backpack day, I borrowed a little shopping cart from my church. Some other things my sophomore year were my cool outfits. I made it into the senior only Butler Tech picture on the yearbook, and right down here is Morgan Robinson in this photo. That was Joe Burrow Day. I put on just a black turtleneck and a gold chain and some glasses. It looked pretty nice. This was a funny picture where I needed to dress up, but I didn't bring dress up clothes. So I went to the prop room, threw on some outfits. And this picture was to promote the Butler Tech Spirit Shop. That was a 2020 senior shirt that I had customized by cutting tassels in it, making it a crop top, and then ripping a V-neck in it. It was a very interesting photo, and every now and then I just get a random one saying it popped up on the memories in Snapchat or something. So, kind of fun. It was a fun year. I also got to explore labs, and that's when I found the lab I wanted to do, which was Autotech, which starts my junior year. My junior year showcase was one of my favorite things because I got to show what I got to learn and do and how it helped me in my life. First car I worked on was, there's no picture of it, my sister's PT Cruiser. It was in an accident, as my family knows, and you guys know, some of you. But I eventually put it back together, threw a battery in it, nothing special. Needed a bumper and a fender. Put that all back together, got it running, which was really cool. First car I got done, fixed, drivable safely. The next car was a 2004 Chrysler Sebring that I got to work on. My mom bought it out of impulse because it was, a working car. I thought it would have been really cool. But like a month and 3 weeks later, it broke down and didn't want to run. It sat for a long time. We took it down to Madison Auto Care. They put O2 sensors in it, which didn't fix it. It's had this problem where you'd go to take off and it'd like just die unless you floored it, pinned it to the floor, and threw gas in it. It was really bad, really unsafe. I brought it to Butler Tech. My teacher helped me throw a scanner on it, showed me how to use the new Snap-on scanner. We found out it was misfiring on 4 of the 6 cylinders, which is not good at all. It was running so bad. So I eventually threw coil packs and spark plugs in it, and it ran fine for a week, and it started misfiring again. And then it stopped misfiring after that, and it ran fine, and we sold the car. And after I sold that car, I bought my Jeep Cherokee to work on. Thanks, Uncle Mike, for putting in work. He put in a radiator and serpentine belt for me, and installed the new front grille, because he's that guy, and will help. He also showed me what he did, so next time I'd have to figure it out. I know what to do. Also on the Jeep, I brought it here, did an oil change on it, and just threw some tires on it, because I needed tires that were really bad when I bought the car. The next vehicle was our family van. I threw rear pads and rotors on it, because there was nothing left, and it really needed done. And it was a good learning experience because little did I know I'd have to do it like a week and a half ago because they started grinding again. But there's a bigger problem now where it's the wheel bearing instead of just the brakes. That was my most fun thing in my sophomore year. I just gave you a rerun of it, just so you know. Next is my senior year. my senior year started off really good. I was able to start co-oping like 3 weeks into school, going to work, and my first job ever was my industry, going into the field, being a mechanic. It's at Carlisle Auto and Tire over next to Dairy Queen. But like, and you like raise your hand and tell me what your first job was and how much you got paid. Kelsey.
Kroger, $10 an hour.
Not bad, not bad. Morgan.
Concession stand, free item.
Fair enough. Molly.
Shoe store, $8 and $8.50 an hour.
Solid. Michael.
Kroger, $6.
$6. Trent.
I worked at the Land of Illusion Water Park, I think for 12.
$12 an hour. Tracy.
Blue Ball Dairy Bar, $1.75.
Nice.
You win.
Kaylee.
Nutrition at Atrium, $10.50.
Nice. Loretta.
I made 89 cents an hour at the hospital.
You win.
Wow.
You lose them.
Father.
I made $5 a week mowing the lawn.
Yeah, my first real job getting the paychecks on a regular basis was a mechanic. Never thought I'd do my first job doing that, and I thought it'd be at some grocery store or fast food restaurant, but I really didn't want to do that. It was easier because since I did that, I was able to make enough money to fix my Jeep up a little more and sell it. My boss helped me out with it. He helped me fix I had an oil leak, and he helped me plug it because it really wasn't leaking too bad. It was like a drop if it was sitting. But also when I was working there, I sold my Jeep and then bought a 2011 Dodge Charger. We've all heard the story. I've sold my Jeep for $4, and then that car was sitting for sale for a long time. I was like, I really want it. It'd be nice. And the lady who I bought it from was only asking $3,000, and because she knew my boss, she gave me a really good discount. I bought the Dodge Charger for $2,300, and then I worked on it myself and fixed it up in the shop, and he only charged me like, I think $30 for an alignment, and that was it. So, but I got new tie rod ends and link pins on it. They were rattling and really loose. Could have brought one today. I know where they're at. But if one of those breaks, it's not a pretty sight. It's 99% of the time it leads to an accident. So that's why there was a pretty good discount on it. There's also an exhaust leak, but sounds cool sometimes. But yeah, my senior year has been pretty easy. Leads me to today. I only had a math class and an English class. The English class is done. Thank goodness. Thank you, Mom, for your help. And yeah, it's just been a really good time. I really wanted to go to Butler Tech because I knew it was going to be easier in the long run, because I really didn't want to go to college. School is not for me. I like working hands-on. So if I can see somebody do something, I guarantee I can repeat it 8 out of 10 times correctly most of the time. But yeah. My bad. But yeah. Any questions? And thank you. Ask a question, please. Molly.
What does the A in Tate Aywood stand for?
My middle name.
Such as?
A.A. Ronson.
Say it
A.A. Ronson.
Aronson.
Hey, Rumson.
A.
But it's spelled
A.
It's French.
R. It's French. A.A. Ronson.
Yeah, because it's
I was
French.
thinking
Well,
this Andrew, so I was wrong.
My dad was a Ron. I was a Ron. And none of my kids but Tate is a Ron.
Fun fact, I am top 3 in my mechanic class on my ASEs. Tied for second place.
Still not as cool as your middle name is.
Yeah.
So my car
No.
has this
What's your problem?
a lot of things.
I know, I've diagnosed it and told you what you need. Morgan.
What's that ASE?
An ASE is an automotive certification education, I think. I might be wrong.
System.
Automotive service education. Yeah. It's basically, so you know how you have tests for school? It's showing what you know and like how good you are at certain things. So I have an ASE from brakes and alignments, suspension, engine diagnostic, engine repair, automatic transmissions, and transaxles. I forget all the other ones. The only one I don't have it in is manual transmissions, which I could have retook yesterday, but I didn't want to do it because I just didn't want to. And my boss already taught me all about it. So
And we all drive all of them. So.
Yes.
If you had to go back, would you change anything?
Oh, my Butler Tech choice was a for sure thing. I really wanted to do it, and I really wanted to get into it because I like cars. And it's a lot of fun to work on.
Can you still go to college if you wanted to?
I still could, yes, but it's I would
Look for that scholarship.
Hey, I did get one offer from what was it? Ozark Christian College, all the way in Missouri. Yeah.
Could you have graduated early?
I could have. Before Christmas, I almost wanted to because I got cut from the basketball team senior year last time. But all I needed to pass to graduate was English credit, and I already finished my math class and I was done with it. And I had a month of just going to school, being there. In that time, I could have gone to the counselor and asked for an online English class and finished it. But then I wouldn't have been able to play baseball, which I really wanted to do. So by waiting to finish my English credit now, I was able to play baseball for a long time. And high school. Yes, Tracy.
Do you have a favorite job or a task on the automobile that you really like to do? Like it's your favorite?
My favorite thing to do is the easy stuff. Engine, OBD2 diagnostics. So your check engine light, it's really easy because all you do is plug in a scanner, it does all the work for
And
you.
why is mine still on?
Because your O2 sensor has not been replaced. But like, on the scanners we have, you plug it in and it gives you like 3 options you can be, and I like troubleshooting because it gives you like 3 options and you gotta go knock out which one it is. And I work with a guy named Ron who, like, that's his main job. He gets all the diagnostics. I work with him sometimes. Like today, we had a Honda, like a 2020 Honda Civic come in, and the AC wasn't working right. It was kind of funny. It had to do with the cooling fan for the radiator and the AC condenser because they're connected. But because the fan was messing up, it wouldn't let the AC turn on because there's so many heat switches or like circuits that are regulated by the heat that have to line up correctly for your car to work, especially on these newer ones where 99% of them is electronic and only like 2% is engine mechanical.
Do you plan on staying in the mechanical side, or do you see yourself moving into another area, another type of mechanics or salesman, or what?
I kind of plan on, I want to find a specialty. Either I might try diesel eventually, which would be going to school again, which would be horrible. But then I've also looked into like building engines because I feel like high horsepower cars are really cool, really fast. You know.
What's your least favorite?
My least favorite thing to do is tires. I get stuck on them all the time, and it's always a big truck, and my back hurts. It's my least favorite. Unless it's like a small car where you can just like throw the tire around.
If you could choose your own business to run in the automotive field, what would it be?
What do you mean, like
What would it specialize in?
specialized?
And it's your business.
If I had to specialize, I'd keep it simple. I've also looked into body work. I'm like in 3 different spots: body work, engine building, and switching to diesel. But I'd do something small like regular maintenance and detailing, because both of those, if you can get business, which is the hard part, many things, is getting your first business started. And if you have detailing, you can hook them on a detail and be like, hey, your car might need an oil change. We also do those. Or switch it around. Hey, we noticed your car was a little dirty. We don't judge, but we also clean cars. And good hook to put together.
So, as someone who lives with you, would you consider cleaning the cars and like flipping things as like a hobby you obtained from being in the field?
I will say yeah, because when I
Because I
was
feel like you do that a lot.
looking for parts for my cars, trying to upgrade them, Facebook Marketplace is always your friend. And right before I sold my Jeep, I found a set of wheels that looked really nice, and me and Josh had the same looks on wheels. I found them. They were 33 by 12 and a half by 15. So 33 is 33 inches tall, and it was 12 and a half inches wide, and a 15-inch rim. But one was broke. I only paid $100 for them, which was my Christmas money my aunt gave to me. $100. We drove up to Tate, picked them up, and then like not even a week later, I sold them for $350, which was really nice. And then today, I sold some Honda wheels for $225 and made $65 off them instead of $250. But pretty close. Yeah.
Of all the cars you worked on in your job and through school, what's your least favorite either make or model to work on? This is a trick question, by the way.
The new Ford Rangers are
Okay.
horrible. Horrible to work on. Nothing's in an easy spot to get to. The oil filter, depending on which rack you're on, you either have to take the tire off or get a 2.5 foot long extension and go through the rim within put the extension through, put the socket on the end of it for the filter, shove it on, and then take it off. It is the most inconvenient spot ever. Yeah.
You said you just sold 4 Toyota tires,
Honda.
Honda tires.
Yeah.
Why did you have those?
I had those tires because my oldest brother, Tucker, his tires were slashed down in Cincinnati. Only 2 on the driver's side. But my mom was really worried about it. He needed to get to work the next day. I was like, give me 3 hours and I'll figure it out. So I hopped on Marketplace on my, it was dangerous, don't do this. Hopped on Marketplace on my ride back to work from baseball. Go back and forth. And I messaged a guy. I was like, hey, $200 for these wheels tonight, cash. And he took the deal because he was only asking like $300. But I went and picked them up and then went and put them on my brother's car so he could get to work tomorrow, the next day. And then eventually I found more tires on Marketplace. It was a set of 4 from 2022 that were the exact same tires that he had that were on his car. So I bought those for $100. Went to him, left him, picked up his car, brought it back, did an oil change on it, and then threw the new tires on. Thank you, Darren, for the jack. I needed that. But I switched them back and drove his car down. But while I was working on his car, I also fixed his exhaust because it rusted off. And then an oil change, like I said. And that's why I had the Honda tires, because needed fixed in a pinch, and it was cheap and easy.
Nice.
Thank you all for coming. Have a good day.
Hold on, we're not done.
Oh, you're not?
So I'd just like to say, you did a fantastic job. You obviously your 12th showcase. You did, no, sorry, six, my bad. I doubled it.
Yeah.
But you seem very comfortable up here. So I just thought you did a fantastic job. You had pictures, bullet points, all the information came from you. You asked your audience questions. I think you maybe had some plants in the audience because you seemed very comfortable fielding all the answers.
We're
all
not
the questions.
Yeah, we're not being
That was probably one of the better showcases I've seen probably in years. So I like to compliment you on that. It was a very, very nice job. But do you think you could have you grown as a presenter in the past 3 years?
I'll be honest, I've always been just outgoing person. Outrovert, is that the word? Extrovert, that one. So I'm not shy to talk in front of people. I've been in musicals, I've been in shows. I've been a, what's it called? I instructed a talent show.
MC?
Yeah, MC a couple of times in a couple places, but I'm just not a shy person. I got a lot to talk about sometimes.
So I know you want to be a mechanic, but use that gift somehow in life. Use the gift of how outgoing you are, how comfortable you are in front of people. You should use it.
I'm really sorry I was late, Tate, but
That's all right.
I was curious if you talk about your future plans. Did I miss that?
Uh,
Just mechanic,
I'll plan to stay in the mechanic industry, but I haven't decided directly which path I'm going to go. I plan to stay on with where I'm working now, which is Carlisle Auto and Tire, for a couple months. Well, as long as my pay increases a couple months, because I'll be working full time. But I haven't done a lot of research, only a little, but like diesel or specializing in engines or transmissions, because both those, all three of those make an excessive amount of money sometimes if you put it to work. Especially diesel. Shout out Mr. Jones. He's standing out there.
That's awesome. Come on in, Mr. Jones.
He went early. I missed it too.
I was feeling 6:15. You want a short rerun?
Sure.
Okay. My Butler Tech life. I came in as a sophomore, made a lot of friends, had a lot of fun. I was very outgoing and popular, in good ways. These are some of my cool outfits I've had over sophomore year. A custom shirt made for the Spirit Shop, and then this is me dressed up as Joe Burrow on the senior only page and the Butler Tech yearbook. Next year was my junior year. Favorite thing was my showcase. Talked about all the cars I worked on. PT Cruiser, Chrysler Sebring, my Jeep, and my family's van. Did extensive work on all those, especially the PT Cruiser. And on my Jeep, my girlfriend's name was Kaylee. His name's Mike. He put in a radiator and serpentine motor for me on my Jeep, which was really nice. These are more pictures, me presenting, pretty nice. And then my senior year started off really fast. Got to go up in my 3 weeks in. My very first job ever getting paid consistently was where I'm working now, Carlisle Auto and Tire. There I fixed my Jeep up a little more and then sold it. And then thanks to my boss, I bought that 2011 Dodge Charger for $2,300 and only needed like $500 worth of work, which is really, really nice. So $2,700 for a $6,000 car, can't complain. Yeah, that was a short rerun of my showcase.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. But if you want to watch it, it's being recorded.
Yeah, we'll put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
It's on Woody Woody.
It's been a fun year. I do appreciate you. I haven't talked too much or been around much.
We haven't got to spend much time together. I know you're with the senior and I'm the new guy, but I appreciate you. You guys have made a pretty seamless transition. I mean, you could have been, I'm the new guy, so you guys could have been very difficult, but nobody was, so I'm appreciative of that. So I wish you nothing but the best.
I'll put in my quick base things tomorrow.
Okay.
The reflections are good.
My reflections were due like I put them in like a month at a time though, so a month
As
at a
long as
time.
they're there.
Yeah.
As long as they're there.
Yeah. Any questions? John? Thanks all again.
I'll see you in like 10 minutes at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Oh, one question. One last one. You ever think you could teach a class?
Probably could, because I don't know. No offense, but pretty good at showing how things are done.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
And, you communicate well with people.
I've also grown physically since my sophomore year. I started at 5'10". I am now like 6'3", plus 60 pounds.